It was supposed to be a simple dinner, a relaxing night out with friends at one of the city's most acclaimed restaurants. But when Liam sat down and saw the menu, he had no idea he was in for the most agonizing decision of his life. It started off innocently enough. Liam was excited, enthusiastic even, ready to dive into the restaurant's endless options. But as he flipped through page after page, his smile began to fade. Wow, they have truffle foam-infused bison, coconut miso scallops, a whole saffron-scented feast section. He was overwhelmed. For every dish he thought sounded perfect, he found 5 more that sounded even better. And so began Liam's epic struggle with the perfect menu. At first he thought he could make a rational choice, but as his friends happily munched on appetizers, Liam was still buried in the menu, completely lost. Hey, sorry to interrupt, but what would you choose? The lobster ravioli or the garlic braised lamb shank? No, wait, what about the smoked duck risotto? Have you tried it? The couple next to him offered a polite but bewildered recommendation for the lamb shank. Unfortunately, this only fueled Liam's indecision. He became a man on a mission to consult every possible opinion before ordering. Then came the phase of analysis paralysis. His friends were halfway through their appetizers, but Liam, he had narrowed it down to 5 choices, then 4 and then 2, but he couldn't commit. Okay, so the sea bass scores high on flavor, but the gnocchi has the best texture. And the truffle steak, well, it has the wow factor. His friends tried to help, but they were done by then. Dessert orders had already started rolling in. Just as he thought he'd finally narrowed it down, the waitress returned with a smile that looked a bit too forced. Oh, by the way, tonight's specials include a saffron-infused lobster and a maple bourbon-glazed pork chop. Liam's heart sank. 2 new options. He'd been so close to choosing, but now he was back to square one, and the kitchen was about to close. After what felt like hours, the waitress returned, a mix of exhaustion and sympathy in her eyes. She looked at Liam expectantly, hoping he had made a final decision. Under pressure, he blurted out his choice. Okay, I'll have the grilled octopus. We're out of octopus. Fine, just bring me a burger. At last, the food arrived. His friends enjoyed their exotic dishes, truffle pasta, braised lamb, even the famous sea bass. And there was Liam, staring at his plain burger, feeling the full weight of his choices, or lack thereof. I should have gone for the sea bass, or maybe the duck risotto, or the lamb shank. In that moment, Liam learned a harsh truth about the paradox of choice. Sometimes the more options you have, the harder it is to choose, and sometimes you end up with nothing but a plain old burger.